And greetings, everyone. Welcome to another exciting stream from Amsterdam. We're here, of course, well, maybe not in Amsterdam directly, since we are, oh, is the music not going? Oh, no, interesting, okay, there it goes. Yeah, we need to, get our free-range villager farm up and running, or iron farm up and running again, right? There was some tainting, unfortunately, that went down, as some of y'all might recall from that, you know, that zombie getting in the last brave holdout of villagers trying to withstand the oncoming tide of doom and turning. And we know, of course, that that did not go so well for them, which is unfortunate, but it do be what it do be. Oh, that's odd. I expected to see that thing going. We've been trying to get more on the TikTok side of things just because they kind of let us in again. You know, it's never bad to be like, okay, please come say hello, check out my content, like my builds, etc., right? Help me build more, if you will, right? And that's okay. We might try toggling that again real quick though. Yeah, sorry we're a little late today, of course. We just, you know, we've been needing to make up a lot of time for the applying for thingies and whatnot. And so it's been a little time consuming at that end. Especially because we've again been playing way too much Magic the Gathering. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess we gotta verify through email chat. My apologies on that. Couldn't this have been done in an email? I mean, I guess. We'll have to see about that though. A doobie doobie doop doop doo. Nice, nice. We'll see how this goes. 6 digits of freedom, chat. 6 digits of freedom. Or at least of coding. Either way. We drag that thingy. Yo, logging in. Nice, nice. Oh, yo, there we go. Hello, hello. Hello, chat. How do you do? Does this look like it's good to go now? Good to go. Maybe not quite yet. Activity. Are we active? Do you feel active? Do I feel active? I guess I don't feel active, do I? So let's try to get active again real quick. We'll go here. We'll go toggle toggle. Tiggly toggle. As we try to, you know, work things out. It's neat though that the chatty thing there says chatty chats. I do appreciate that. Oh, not that one. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go there. And maybe here. Go Picarino. Picaroo. Oh, interesting, interesting. Nice. Okay, chat. That should be okay-ish. I do think. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, that's very fancy. Let's go, chat. We got bits, bobs, this, that, the other. Things look connected, even if not live yet, I guess. That's okay. Discover. Discover me. Discover you. Potentially. We shall see. What do there be to discover, chat? For me. For you. It does not say that we're live yet, though, which is confusing. And that's okay. As long as people can chat, that's the important part, right? Oh, it went. Nice, let's go. Let's do it, chat. Do we have a screen? Yeah, we have go time. Love to see it. We have just joined our own chat. Look out, everyone. It's about to get squirrely. Not really. We don't have any squirrels here. What we do have, though, of course, is this little, like, disky thing we're thinking about, right? We really want to figure out if we can get some villager stuff going, right? And so I had a thought that it'd be like, we would create the different villager zones on these type of bigger openings, yeah? And then we would use the smaller one to transition between them. Although it's not really like small enough to really be a stair upwards, right? And so that could be something. We could work on making it really a little bit smaller as we try to transition between them, yeah? If that doesn't make much sense, that's okay. Like, I fear that we need to... Okay, because we were going to make it do the spiral inward up here, right? So I guess we can try that real quick to see how it goes. Because why not, right? If we can get a good spiral inward here and close it off, then that'll be pretty cool, I think. The problem, of course, is that this is a point where it needs to raise up and then uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess we can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so the next midpoint would be like here, right? Which is where it gets a little squirrely, right? If we're trying to transition into that. Could have to be quite the sharp elevation change, yeah? And I mean, that's not the worst, right? Hmm. And so then, yeah, I think for this transition, we would probably just do it like that, yeah? Hello, Alex, on that TikTok side of things. Greetings, welcomes, and salutations. I think it would be just kind of making that middle thick, make some climbing up, and then trying the floor out there, yeah? It doesn't need to be that high for, though, right? But the increase in elevation does help with the idea of being able to transition in the next going up if we want, yeah? Which why I think that's good for now. Because, we're wanting to go up on this one, right? And then up again. The problem is going to be as we transition to a new midpoint, yeah? Because these midpoints are going to be rough, especially if we want to prevent villagers from, getting too hurt, if you will, by going up and down. Because they will do that, chat. They will do that against their, against what we would think would be a survival mechanism. They're so down to do that. Like, no, I don't want to breed more. Okay, so theoretically it'd be something like that if we're trying to go up again. Which again, I'm not the happiest about, right? It do be a thing, though. There's no arguing its a thingness in that regard. Oh, these would have to be a little higher, wouldn't they? Intriguing, chat. Because the problem, I mean, the neat thing, right? It could get a little squirrely and out of control if we kept it up like this, right? Just spiraling all, every which way. We've also got to think about how many layers we really want to make, right? Keeping the stonemasons here, keeping the toolsmiths here, maybe even keeping some farmers here would make sense. But then beyond that, how many other villagers would we actually stock up here? Do we need to, right? We got some sheep, but I mean, we want to move those shepherds now over by the wool farm, right? Theoretically, that'd make the most sense. If folks have other ideas on that, I'd love to hear them. And the reason why, especially. I mean, it could be because we should just make a better actual, like, sim tick wool farm to make it efficient, right? Opposed to what we have right now. I could see that argument. Probably would still we would not think it as fun for sure, but would be more efficient. That's for sure. Better actual use of generating and developing stuff. Okay, and so many circles, right, chat? So if we want to start bringing it back in, we should do it pretty soon, yeah? Theoretically. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so, like, the question is, do we want to go up a full ring, right, before we do the 18 or not? I'm not quite sure about that. Oh, I guess this needs to be out a little more, huh? Interesting, chat. Okay, I think we're saying that it's gonna go up on the afterwards. Oh, I think we were seeing what it would look like, just as grass without any extra dividing blocks in the way, chat. Of course, it's unfortunate because these little bits of dividing blocks that we have do help a bit in having us judge where and when we want the thing to go up, right? Like, I don't know what those are about. We might have been thinking of making it smaller before there then. Now that we've got some of those circles worked out, 2 will clear some of the stuff out so we can see how it goes, right? Because we can always place stuff around them again. Because this is a little odd. I think we were thinking, of course, about finishing it up with something else, right? On the edges, but for now, since we're just going for shape, I think going, just here makes the most sense. If anything makes sense about this. we don't quite know that yet, chat, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, and so that is we're shrinking it up on this side, right? Oh, we're shrinking it up here, okay. And so it does not need to be the full 16 off that anymore. And so, I mean, of course, when we build this again in survival mode, we'll have to get these outlines going again for understanding how far we have to count out one way or the other. But we do also want to see how it looks without any of these stuff in here, right? Because hopefully that's going to be the eventual thing to make it look all neat, like, yeah? Theoretically neat. What we think is neat. Hopefully other people, appreciate it too, right? Then they will tune in and we'll grow our empire. Bwahaha. Oh my. Not like that, chat. Oh my. Okay, and so we're going a little bit like So this is like the center point, right? I wonder if we need to go with a darker wood in the center points just for a bit to help our little brain deal with it. Okay, cool. And so that's weird. That feels a little bigger than it should be, huh? But a doobie, what a doobie. That's the size it should be at. Maybe it's because of how that goes, yeah? Okay, and then, like how much of a rotation do we do on this other one, right? Goes almost, it does go all the way around before we make it big, huh? But are we going to do a full turn? We can try a full turn again, see how we feel about it, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so it is 8, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So does that need to be longer? It does, because we're making it 17 by 17, right? For that first circle, yeah? And so this needs to be the, oh no, okay, so it is 2, L, and then 2, right? Like that should be the L, right? Or the 2. It's got 5 on each side. And this would be the L. Okay. I think that balances it out again. We should be able to build it from this one, right? Because now this is a 2. Womp, womp, womp. And this is the L. The caret. And then like that, yeah? Oh, wait, no, we go higher with it. Can you take me higher? L, nice. Womp, womp. Okay, then we go 2, right? And then it should go 3 this way, right? 1, 2. And then we come in with the, dark oak. For the 3. And we're saying one more. The thing is, we don't need a full of this, right? I do think we want at least a 3/4 though, because if we just do it at half and half, it'll just keep going back and forth, right? We don't necessarily want it to go back and forth, right? We want the full on, I do believe, Chad. I think there's got to be an easier way we can transition here too, right? We do still probably want 3 sections, just because that's wide enough, right? But if we worked on like, making it so that way it, the problem that the new center would be like right there, right? Oh, wait, we're saying that... yeah, that could be a problem, huh? We would want, like, that part to be a little taller here, right? And so it would be like trying to go back one block, I guess, and see if we could do something with that, yeah? Oh, no, that's what we're doing, sorry. Hee hee hee. And then trying like this, maybe, yeah? Just to make it feel a little smoother in its transition. Hmm. I think they're supposed to be 17. I do think we feel a little better about that. I don't know how much of that really matters there. I do wonder how we feel about going maybe actually back one again, huh? Yikes. Maybe not quite that, yeah, I don't know about something like that, huh, chat? Does not feel good, huh? And that's okay. We had, I felt, you know, not bad to try, right? Especially since to give us a moment and opportunity to acknowledge what might be wrong with that. Okay, cool. So we got this, that, the other, this, that, the other. Uh, I mean, 'cause we can say that like stonemasons can be on the bottom, toolsmiths up here. Do we keep the toolsmiths and the armor smiths together and the weaponsmiths? Or do we, I mean, we'd probably do, right? Well, no, we can do all the toolsmiths on this bit, right? We're not gonna actually leave them, ways, you know, to, we're not gonna isolate them, right? We could, we're still gonna do the beds in the middle too, right? We gotta figure out where the middle is, though, yeah? It just has to be the middle of the bed. They do have to get their workstations, though, which is problematic. Okay, let's finish building up the next one of these and then see where that leaves us, yeah? Because that'll always be a good thing to check out. I think it might have gone a little too far. Hmm. 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 Oh, we're gonna try replicating what we have going on here, I guess, huh? Okay, we just let... we're like, no, okay, we just go. We just go, we just do it. It just goes. I can respect that, chat. We can probably think of a better way to transition between them, though, if we're gonna be continuing this one way or the other, right? As a doobie, as a doobie. Okay, okay. Boom. Beam, 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 beam. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it did go out one more. Wop, wop, wop. I think, no, it didn't. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, then theoretically we're saying that it started the shrinkification here. Shrinkify. And that we want to bring it around fully before we embiggen. If that's the case, it feels like we should have continued to embiggen out that way on that, yeah? Instead we chose to embiggen this wayish. So maybe this is the one where we try to embiggen again. Might as well, right? I guess we go from a 17 to a 1 to a 21. 25. Fancy. And the new center point's going to be... We're kind of starting this one here, right? So it goes out 12 from here. Okay, so we're at 13, nice. And then 12 more. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nice. Okay, so we got the new middle point. That's going to be over here somewhere. 3, 4. Wait, no. It just needs to be off here. What are we talking about? I'm sorry, Chad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nice. Because, you know, the middle point's going to be the middle point, right? This is just as far as this one needs to go out to the side, which is cool. We just drag it on out. Drag, 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 drag. A little bit like this. And then I think we still go out one more, don't we? Could it be kind of a thicker one? On that thicker side of thing. 1, 2, 3. August only go out 3, huh? Not too shabby. We're about there, I think. 1, 2. Oh, not yet. Okay. Hee hee hee. Thick, thick, thick. This one do be a 2B, of course. It does get a little weird how it kind of grows out like that, yeah? I don't know if there's much else we can do about it, right? Oh, we had that one grow inward. Oh, that's what we could do about it, chat. Oh, that's spicy, huh? I see. So we're adding 5 blocks to the inside of it? Only adding 2 blocks. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm really confused now. We did it on the corner, huh? So we're only adding 2 blocks to the end, huh? Which means we're adding 3 blocks to this side, yeah? So it's still got to be a 25 radius, right? Interesting, chat. We're gonna probably have to change that up because that's just gonna be incredibly too confusing for us, right? And so yeah, we just got to decide, do we want it to go spiraling and sloping out of control? We can try incorporating the librarians on this level too, right? The problem is we'll have to move the iron farm up above them, yeah? It is kind of entertaining to think about librarians locked to the beds over here while they're up in their tower doing librarian things. Or wizardy things, right? Spellbooky things. We do also have the, We don't really need that many layers, right? At max. We might want some butchers, you know, we might want some, that won't be by the wool, like the sheep, like the shepherds will. Maybe butchers, maybe some Boyer Fletchers, maybe some... Definitely want some clerics, right? I don't think we need a full bank of clerics, though, do we? Do we? I don't know how many. I think we can fit a decent amount of workstations on these rows too, right? I mean, I guess that's what we'll have going around the edge, huh? Because that'll be more workstations than anyone than we'll actually need, right? Hands down, hands down. We would have to leave that one open, right? Cut already 2, 4, 6, 8. That's cool. So that's what we can do on them, right? Because we're gonna be using the big ones on them. Okay, nice, nice. And so, like, we got 8 up there, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not too shabby, chat. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's already a quarter, 25, a quarter of 1,000, right? That's just one little side of them. One little thingy. Of course, we'll need, like, at least, we're thinking of 3 of them for the villagers we have. But in each segment, right? On these, there should be. Mm-hmm. Oh, not quite, not quite, huh? Yeah, I think we. Hmm. Oh, chat. Okay, I mean, if we do spiral it back in that way, right? It does create more overhang, which can give it more coolness, I think, right? If that's the case, we've got a decision to make. Do we want to like just settle on 3, or if we're going to start varying the length of it, right? Do we want to vary it more, right? So do this one by like a full 4, and then move it around. I think the main reason we might want to do that is to see if we're trying to centralize a build, right? And theoretically, right, there's still going to be the beds above it because we need the iron golems to spawn on it, right? So I don't know exactly how far down this will go. Because right now we've got one that only runs like this deep, right? I do like how we've got an idea though, right? 17 wide, fits very well around the beds we need. Can do the square platform above it just because that's the most efficient for spawning. We're not gonna do holes in, but if we do want to do diverging, then we'll just branch off another one, right? We do one like glazed terracotta on one side, regular terracotta on another side. That'd be silly and too much, I think. The cool part again, we don't need to make sure we don't even need the workstation to be directly under the iron farm. We just need the beds to not be have other spawnable blocks around them, right? But we need to allow the villagers to be able to see and get to them. Ish, right? Be on the same level. So I don't know if that means we sometimes we put like a little seed villager to connect all the villagers to the beds that we have. I don't know if we'll have to do that here or not. It does make some roof, and this is not that bad though, right? We're saying that this is. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That doesn't seem right, does it, chat? How far do we go out here? Yeah, only went out 8, huh? That one went out 13, though. That's gonna be 27, huh? I don't even know what we're doing on this thing anymore, chat. Hmm. Okay, so that's why, huh? So it's only supposed to be half, right? I think it goes like that, yeah. We're at 25 wide now, right? Indeed, 322. Oh, it goes 1122. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're here. We 322. Okay, that'll work there. Which is why we do it like that. Nice. Good to go, chat. Mm-hmm. Cool beans, cool beans. Hmm. Indeed. Huh. That doesn't feel right, does it, chat? 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. That feels a little better, right? Indeed. Trust. I know it might not look it, but trust, trust. It's better, it's better. Mm-hmm. Pom 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 Boom, 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 boom. And so yeah, we're kind of having move in different directions, right? Which direction do you think is going to be the good one, chat? How many ways do we want to go? Hmm. Okay, that's odd. Because that should be it, right? We have 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Or that should be it, yeah? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. 1, 1. And there should be 2, right? Okay, yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Perfect, perfect. We just got confused somewhere. As often happens. But how do we feel about something like this, chat? I think we've got a pretty good idea of what it'll look like. We just got to decide when the twist turns will be and what they will be for, what they will be used to indicate, yeah? Because using them to indicate something seems to make the most sense, right? Like a transition between job classes or what have you. I don't know if we would double stack workstation to keep villagers in there or not. Or just maybe use fences, you know, on top of workstations. We might do workstations on top of fences. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, chat. It's weird. I think we're hallucinating a little bit. Other problem, of course, is the unspawnableness, right? As long as everything around the bed far enough away, though, right? Hmm. I do appreciate the spiral it's got right now. I guess I'm curious what happens if we enlarge it every quarter turn and shrink it every like full turn, right? But that's not something we need to necessarily experiment with right now, is it? Except we don't want to run this back in again later, do we? And if we don't take care of now, I don't know when we will, right? Dang, why is our... I'm so sorry, chat. Do we... I thought we changed our thing on the Twitch side of stuff. Give me just a second. That ain't right. What happened to our epic title, man? Yikes. I'm so sorry about that, chat. This is not a regularly scheduled Monday night stream. Yo, okay, YouTube still got the title. Kind of half the title. We don't have the bit about all about the amethyst, sadly. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. I'm sorry about that, chat. Nice, there we go. Yo, that's probably much better, isn't it? Gosh, almost an hour of that. I'm so sorry, chat. We got chickens, that's cool. Hmm. Hmm. Curious, sir. I mean, yeah, do y'all remember, because we can, we'll get the different shapes as we go, right? Which will be kind of fun. We'll have ones that pull it long, ones that, shorten it up, and the spiral will be ever changing depending on that. Which I think will be pretty cool. The question is it, how cool will it be and what can we possibly incorporate with it? I'm having a little bit of trouble with, right? It is neat thinking about how if we put the iron farm like here, right, it doesn't have many spawnable blocks that way, just a few that way, yeah? And so the idea of this spiral type build helps a little bit with the idea of the free roam. Of course, the beds still need to be centered upon it, right? And so we'll have to figure that distinction out. Especially if we want to make them thicker, right? I mean, 80 plus villagers need a lot of bed chat. They're, they're a little tricky to stack upon one another. Getting that out of the way first always feels good. Hmm. Oh, we do have an ad right here, chat. I'm sorry about that. We'll be right back while that plays. Hmm. And so yeah, on these I guess we could have done some math on that, right? Pi r squared, right? Squaring of 17, or pi r radius of 17 would be 6.5. Pi r squared, okay. 6.5 times 6.5 is like 40-ish? So about, no, that wouldn't make sense, would it? We got like 17 on this, right? And so like 17 times 4 is like 40, 68, right? So the circumference should be about 68, right? Which means the radius should be about 20 some odd, yeah? Interesting. This is a 25, not a 17. That's why, chat. That would give us an even bigger number, though, right? That's the area. Diameter is pi. Wait, no. Circumference is pi times diameter. Area is pi r squared. Holy cow, chat. We are so bad at math. For that, I apologize. So diameter 25 is going to be 75, which doesn't make sense with 17 on the outside, right? It's close, but we're off by like 1, which I don't understand, but that's okay. And so, you know, one full rotation on a 25 diameter will get us pretty much the max capacity we have, right? We like the footprint that this has, and this was like 12 beds? Hmm. Um, 5. That's not 25 beds, is it? 1, 2, 3. Oh my. How did we forget to count how many beds there would be, chat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's not 27 there, is there? Are there 25? We went 3 out from the middle, huh? I'm so sorry, chat. Let's put a sign up so we know how many it is, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, it is 24, nice. Okay, and so, you know, 3 rows of that will make, 24 beds. And then we got 17 on one edge. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice. And so, of course, we'll need 1.5 edges, right, to make the 24 beds rock out. 1.5 quarters, I should say. So, 1/8, 3/8. Yep, we'll need 3/8 of it. Oh my gosh, we got that part right. Go fractions. So we remembered fractions. We forgot diameter and circumference for a second. Or area and circumference, sorry. Okay, cool. And so yeah, we don't really need to worry about numbers of things, right? I don't know if we're gonna have more than 17 of these on one thing, right? But even if we do, we can go up to 30, 35, right? On each side. And I don't think we're gonna have more than 35 iron workers, right? There's no reason to have more than there's no reason to even have 35 of them, chat. There was when we were trading, when iron for emeralds was like our best, quickest way to do it. But now that it's not, they're pretty superfluous as far as that goes. We do still appreciate them. And definitely still probably enough not to, I don't know if we appreciate them times 35 though, right? And so, if there's 35 and we only need like, oh, okay, we'll need 3 more sections like this, right? We're thinking to be able to get the full amount of workstation we want for the entirety of it. And so that's cool. That's funny to think about, I think so anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you get it, right? That's 35 workstations right there, good to go, chat. And so that's not too bad. Again, that's going to be primarily stonemasons first, right? At least for the bottom bit. Cause I think it makes most sense that all villagers have stonemason kind of at the bottom where we got the stone bits around the build, right? We'll probably commingle some, of course. Cause I mean, we don't need 12 different. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different tipped arrows we could get if we're that pressed for it, right? There's tipped arrows. Clerics, you only kind of need one of. Shepherds, we need one of each color. Stonemasons. Butchers, we don't really need that much of, right? They can be handy to have like a butcher, handy to have an armor. But if we've already got a bunch of toolsmiths, right, there's no need really for armor smiths. Or weaponsmiths, per se. Well, I'm weaponsmith for sword, armor smith for armor. That's a bad thing to say. And so I don't know how many extras we go of those, right? We go with the these things that make the tool vendors just because they're very cheap to make comparatively, right? But since we don't have to worry about iron or other resources right now, we could try going for other iron trading folk just to get that theme going, right? Which again would be like, your armor vendors and weapon vendors, which wouldn't be the worst. The question of would they all be on the same row? They wouldn't have to be, but we could definitely use the same convention we've been trying about, where something is and how it interacts. As other folks have too, which is rad. I really wish this we didn't hit this silly wall of exhaustion when playing this game, chat. We probably just need to sleep better, of course. I mean, pretty much the platform's got to be removed from the villagers just because of the beds being situated like that and us needing to keep them away and separate so that way that you know, villagers don't try sleeping on them, which would be problematic. Hmm. Curious, sir, chat. I can definitely see that going either way, right? I do appreciate the shapeliness of this. I still haven't quite figured out why they'd be in such a roundish building. Let's jump back and compare the landscape real quick. How much are we going to go for on the one way or the other, right? Gosh, I want some juju fruits for some reason. I've not seen a box of those in a minute. They're very chewy. So we can always move this platform off, you know? Then the golems have nowhere to spawn but in there, yeah? They can spawn from 2 above to 4 below or 6 below, I think. I don't remember which one. Get a spawn, get a spawn. Because we can totally take the time to clear out the area around. So that way we can build specifically the structures we would like, right? Is that what we're looking to do, chat? That'll take a little more time, of course. But it could lead to a better finished product, right? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, since our villagers are locked up there, right? That top row should still be plenty. For the librarians we have, I think. Maybe not, though, huh? Interesting. Hmm. Oh, there they all are. Huh. Neat. We don't need that many right now. Oh, there's a golem. Interesting. Yeah, I thought there'd be extra beds. This one should not be out here though, right? Interesting. Hmm. Cause it's 6 down from there, right? 87. That should be low enough. That's very confusing. Cause there isn't a bed over here. Huh. That's silly. That's a little ridiculous, little bro. Come on now. We did have 2 golems at one point too, which was cool. Intriguing. Hmm. Peeky, peeky. Peeky, peeky. Now I'm thoroughly confused. We should get a little bit of spawn and spawn. Right? Right? We didn't break it that badly, did we? We might have. We may have. We do break things from time to time. Are they still making the hard part? They are, okay, so. It's not from a lack of beds, right? And I mean, as long as we make sure that there's only one bed left up here, right? That should be the start of it all. Because while the main villager might not link per se, right? One of those librarians will link that is up there. And then we'll be able to have that be the center of the village, right? Like, I wonder how many beds we might have to need to add, right? If we'll actually be able to add beds to make it work like that. We hope so. But we're not seeing any particles here, right? And if we don't see any particles, then that will probably mean that they're not linking to it, which could be rough. Now, there's the idea that we had before, of course, right, of forcing a link by dropping a cutie little villager down these parts, right? And I'd be like, hey, look at me, I'm a villager, I see these beds, I'm a villager, look at me go. And be like, sweet, good job, little villager, thank you for that. And that'd be pretty cool. Probably what we're gonna have to do, right? We're going 3 over from this side, I think. Indeed, indeed. 1, 2, 3. That's not even 3 yet, is it, chat? Yoinks. 1, 2, 3. Ah. That's not 3 yet either, is it? Drop. Drop. This is almost 3. This is almost 3. Okay, cool. Cause we know that's 24 beds, right, chat? And that is rad and super exciting. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 villagers. So 24 beds, 22 villagers. Sweet. Like, as soon as they see a bed down here, we should be good to go, right? Now the question is, will this dude... They do all be working again now. We didn't see any bed particles, though, which is unfortunate, right? Only from this one dude. So dude made a village, which is cool. Though the village should have already been there, right? Because the one villager here should not have unlinked. Interesting. Wait, there was a cat. Is that from before? From the before times? I was thinking that theoretically, since we left the one bed, it would be okay, huh, chat? We're getting kitties. Which is definitely a sign that there's a village formed and villagers are working, right? Is it only the one, though? Since we're not seeing them, right? I guess we just put more down and see if they link to the beds, yeah? Indeed. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're just linking to workstations for now, right? Okay, does that mean that a golem's down there? We see things getting bonked. Okay, cool. So that did. The village is there. And so the village should still be there, right? Because there's no way that those handful of villagers spawned the golem. Which means that the librarians had to have spawned the golem, right? And the librarians were working over there, right? Indicating that they're part of this village, which is cool. I don't know how long this thing's been here. Because if we can just reset and re-link them by doing that, right? That'd be pretty cool. That was my theory, given what I think I understand about linking villages and villagers. Interesting. Because remember in the realm it was still making them under the thing, right? Now it's refusing to has me very confused, right? So again, we're not even seeing cats form, yeah? Kitty spawn. Kitty kitty. Okay, but they're doing the hearts, so they are linked to these beds. They just had to be reminded, huh? Admittedly, that they were spawning down there is problematic. Because, you know, our hope is that we have it so, the center of the village does not shift, right? That's really cool, though, yeah? Cause remember, the secret is that villagers don't de-link from things if they cannot pathfind. Once they're in a minecart, they cannot pathfind, chat. And so they're all up there on that, you know? Which is pretty cool, isn't it? Yay for Minecraft mechanics. And villager linking. So again, those are the villagers, right? That are linked to these beds. And we've got iron golems only spawning over here, yeah? Pretty neat stuff, huh, chat? Of course, making it so we have more spawn areas around the beds are going to be good. Like, it doesn't need to be a full 24 on a thing, right? Although I don't know how many are made in a whatchamacallit otherwise. Well, the outside perimeter, yeah? Dang, chat, isn't that ridiculous? Again, how are we making golems over there, right? When our villagers are over here, yeah? Sorcery, chat, sorcery. Okay, wait, did we update our stream information? We did. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. I'm so sorry about that earlier, chat. We were a little late in starting, unfortunately. Okay, cool. And so, okay, the problem is that we're not able to just, like, spawn in villager eggs, right? We don't see any, angry particles, though, for villagers not reaching these, which is cool, right? Destroying two, I think, should have stopped them from spawning, per se, right? Okay, they're still making heart particles. Let's destroy two beds and see if they're still making heart particles, right? They are indeed interesting. I didn't think we had that many. Maybe they're stuck on heart particles because they don't recognize the bed issue. Oh no, there they go, there they go. Linking to new bed, okay, okay. They might eventually relink too, right? If just given time, yeah? Without needing to be updated by another villager being added? I don't know though. We've already got a golem down there? Interesting. Because if there's not enough beds, they should not make any golems, right? Also, I do not know how golem got down there. I didn't think they would be able to spawn that far. Kitties. I think it might have been from last time, yeah, chat? Like, how do they feel when they can't, work? Will that force an update? If we put a bed down there, I'm sure it will. If we put a villager down here, I'm sure it will. Oh, how did the golem get down there, chat? They didn't link to my bed down here, did they? That would be unfortunate, wouldn't it? That could be a problem. We will have to break that, you know? Because they really should not be going down that far if they're spawning up from these beds, right? But if they were spawning from my bed down there, that would totally be an issue, yeah? Totally, chat. Okay, we got a kitty up there, which means they see the beds. They see that they have enough beds now, even though they didn't make any particles, I thought. We did break that bed, though. That could have forced an update too, right? Of course, we are now not seeing any golems, as it do be. As it do be, as it do be. As we do see. But don't hear, or see, really. Interesting, chat. Oh, wait, oh. Ayo. I was pretty sure that the bed we had down here was far enough away from anything to have an issue, right? Should be, chat. Let's see if sleeping down here then resets up their villagers again by doing a little, nappy nap. Because they should be making the little hearty hearts. If they do see all the beds, right? Which, well, that's confusing me. They'd be spawning cats like it's a village, right? I think it's odd, too, that we don't see any particles right now, really. There's a golem. How did you get over here? How did you get down there? That doesn't make any sense, chat. Interesting. So I guess that's still too close, huh? Fascinating, chat. Well, we know that we're making golems. We know that they see the beds, right? Okay, so that should make 19 beds, right? Which is not enough. We'll go to 20 beds again. But the thing is that every villager needs a bed, right? And we should have like 23 of those villagers up there. We should probably cut them down to 21 for now, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We have 22. Oh, I see. So one more bed should make 22, yeah? That should be enough to give every villager a bed and, spawn some golems in. We're getting cats, which is neat, right? Curious for chat. Because, yeah, we now have a bed per villager. More than 3/4 are working. And I think an easy thing to test is if we put a villager down here and it links to a bed, right? It did not link to a bed, huh? Interesting. And we're still getting cats. Hmm. Hmm. There should be enough beds to give everyone in the village now a bed. Be full on 23. Admittedly, particles weren't made. Which is interesting, right? If they get added without particles linking? I always thought that particle linking had to be a thing, you know? Show the sparklies. Show the connection. Who doesn't like a little more sparkly in their life, right? Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle for me. Where did little villager go? Oh, there you are. Doing a little villager worky thing. Yeah, I don't think it saw the bed, huh? Hmm. Curiouser. It does seem like that means it didn't steal the bed, though. Which is cool. I don't know, though, chat. Maybe it didn't have time to see the bed. We should probably get rid of workstations for now, too, just because. They're gonna confuse things as they are. Oh, hello, kitty. It seems to be making kitties still, though. That's cool. Oh, Curiouser and Curiouser chat. Oh, that's right. All these things are, whatchamacallits, huh? Oh, they're trying to get to the workstation. What a workaholic, chat. Yikes. Like, it's okay, little dude. There's a zombie right up in it. You don't need to worry about that right now. Fisherman. Do we have barrel somewhere, chat? Barrel. Barley. Nice. Oh, do we still have... stone cutters? Do we still have cauldrons? Leather worker? What? Bro's reaching deep, chat. I have no idea where a cauldron would be. What on earth do they mean leather worker? Okay, we thought a cauldron was up there somewhere. We just forgot where exactly. Okay, now what do you do? You're... Yeah, we're getting kitties. We're getting kitties, which confuses me, right? Because surely it's not just that one villager that was making the village down there, right? And these ones are having some impact, yeah? Surely, Chad. If this one gets particles, we know they're linking to the bed. If not, we know they're not. Okay, they link to the bed. Cool beans, cool beans. Golem spawning there is weird. And so I think we might want to think about... We don't want the center of the village to shift, right? And so this thing really should not be down here, you know? This should not be down here either, you know? I'm thinking it should be as easy as this to reset the village, you know? Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That doesn't seem like it should be the full 24 though, huh? Someone miscounted somewhere, chat. They seem unimpressed by the new beds, huh? They should still be linked to them though, right? Oh man, that was a cutie. Interesting. There's a kitty. So village confirmed. No golems yet though. Okay, so dudes are like, I can't pathfind, so I do not see beds. Okay, so where do golems spawn, right? Theoretically, they should be spawning off of that bed, yeah? How did you spawn all the way over here? Again, that makes me think they might have linked to my bed. But again, that bed's so far away, they should not have been able to see it, right? It would probably be easier to test this, of course, in a flat world, huh? Like, we got a kitty down there. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty, hey, kitty, kitty, hey, kitty, kitty. Yo, cutie, kitty, yo, cutie, kitty. Interesting. Mew indeed. Cause yeah, there shouldn't be any Workstations or point of interest over here. Cleric? What? Where do you see a brewing stand at, little bro? How on earth are you a cleric? That does not make sense, right, chat? Do we have one over here still? Curious, sir. Where do you see the brewing stand? And why are we getting no golems? Golem, 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 golem me. Weird, chat. Cause this dude definitely sees a brewing stand somewhere, huh? A brewery? A broodery? A bruttery? Okay, how did you get back here? How did you get over here? That makes absolutely no sense. Huh. Weird. I feel like they gotta be responding to my bed down there, huh? That's unfortunate. Otherwise, I do not know how they're getting over there, right? Because the bed should always be the center of the village. Of course, we don't know where that dude linked up to a brewing stand either, right? Okay, cool, cool. So it does seem like they were linking to my bed, I guess. Right now, okay, so since we took that out, let's see if we fix the center of the village dealio, yeah? I think we may have. Although that does seem a little far, right? Depends on where exactly they came out at. Because again, if we can fix that idea of center of the village like we should, then we don't need to worry about making the platform that big, right? As long as it does not shift. The platform just needs to cover the whole spawn area, right? We said that we were going to make that one the center of the village, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if it's from this far one, right? Then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Oh no. That's silly. I think we've set it up right though. If it's gonna try going up there, huh, chat? And that's cool. What do we put up there though? How did... Oh, it spawned on the, How did it spawn up there, chat? That doesn't make any sense, does it? I'm perplexed. Hmm. Do we see a golem anywhere? One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this should be fairly good, chat. So if we were able to set the center of the bed by breaking them, and then putting them back in, that'd be pretty cool. Because that would mean that we would get feeling better about trying to stack some villages coming up. Because if it's gonna be that easy to reset a village too, right? That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty dang cool, chat. Being able to be like, oh, we do understand that mechanic. Check that out. Of course, we're going to see any minute now that we don't. Or do we? Do we know how to Minecraft? Or at least do we know how to link villages, right? And how, I mean, really, how far do we want to try bending the rule, right? That as long as that villager can't pathfind, it will not change the point of interest, right? The center of the village point of interest. Seems a little off, huh? Because theoretically that should be not in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be the max range of it, right? That's unfortunate, chat. It could just be the like on a partial thing, and as long as they are just on the side, right? Then we know that it is kind of that thing, right? That is like enough of a partial block in the spawn radius to work. Spawning here is problematic. They should not be spawning out here though. Could the center of the village not have moved? We might also have not counted the beds proper, right? The spaces from it. I was pretty sure it was 8 from the center though. We only counted 7 from the center, didn't we? But then that should not have been out there regardless if it was that one center bed, right? Which is why it is indeed curious, chat. If that does solve them, that's good. If it doesn't, then, Kitty being over there is a little weird. Golem being up there is really good. What? Okay, that was llama. Like, no way did the golem make it all the way over here. No way. And it didn't. That was just llama. Llama, 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 llama. Okay, nice, nice. Love to see it, love to see it, chat. Yo, you should not be out here, little bro. That's so far away, right? Okay, we're gonna go check the wiki real quick. I'm so sorry, chat. We should know this by now. Iron farm. Farmy farm, 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 farm. Of the iron kind, right? Oh, heck yeah. Iron farm, iron lung. Huh. I was hoping that it might pop up more for the popularity of goodness, right? But I guess Iron Lung's a little more popular in search results than Iron Farm for Minecraft. Rip. Okay, wait, where'd Minecraft Wiki go? There we go. Noise, noise, noise. Iron Golem Farming. Spawn requirement. Village Center. Bedrock Edition. Let's go. Man, that's rad. Someone has updated the 17 by 17 by 13, which is 8 from each side. Theoretically, we should be at about that 8-ish mark, right? Which I'm a little confused right now. Kitty, kitty. Quiero, quiero, kitty, kitty. Quiero. Quiero. Interesting. You should not be out here, little bro. 17, huh? Plus 8 horizontal, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Well, a sec. 1, 2, wait, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that would explain it, chat. Counting is important. But if we did count this right, then that means that we have successfully broken a bunch of beds and reset a bunch of beds. While keeping a center bed for a center point of interest where we want it to be. Which is the really cool part about the idea of breaking a bunch of beds and resetting some beds, right? If we are not successful, then we have to figure out another way to do it. But like, dang, chat. That's looking pretty functional. Well, except for the lack of golem spawning. But they're not spawning where they shouldn't, at least, right? At least there's that, right? At least they're not spawning where they shouldn't. Okay, egads. We're gonna chill here a moment. We can definitely work on making the spawn platform a little bigger as well. Although theoretically it was a 12 by 12, that would do okay. Because we can always just make this, base 12 by 12 and expand a little bit from out there. The golems do seem to be spawning where we want them to, though. Of course, we say that now and it could be totally different. Because, yeah, it would make most sense, of course, just to do the golem spawning is clean, chat. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So we did take our understanding of villager linking, getting rid of pathfinding, and then keeping the center of the bed of the village where it should be. The problem, of course, I don't know which librarian is linked to that one, so we can't really let them free roam about. I don't know how that would do for breaking or relinking to the beds, right? Theoretically, the one, well, no, because the one villager that would not be able to link, right, would be that thing. And so I guess we could just try keeping one bed down, seeing which villager links to it, and then bring that to the side, right? Oh, dang, that cat being on the edge there makes me sad, chat. 'Cause I want to assume that cats have the same kind of spawning thing as golems do, since they're all like products of the village, right? And so if a kitty can spawn up on the edge, hmm, that should totally be far enough away from the center point, right? That's unfortunate. It does seem to be just that one corner, though, which is interesting, right? That's the southeast side of it. Interesting. Because normally the northwest, I thought, was where things like to spawn in bedrock. Might be different for these, though, of course. So we'll move that out one, see how that do, right? If we see a kitty, of course, spawn on it, that'll probably be bad. The golem spawning on that part after the kitty did definitely reinforces our idea that they have the same kind of spawning parameters, right? Parameter. Oh, that's what we're looking at. You should not be out here, bro. That is so unfortunate. Hmm. We moved it out even one further, right? So I think maybe we want to try breaking the bed just one more time. And I don't know why it's always this spot opposed to anywhere else that's got the same count from that bed, right? The lack of consistency of it's got me a little confused. Because again, these are all counted out 8 from that one bed, right? I don't think it's this side that we put the bed on. If it isn't, there should be some on this thing, right? I think. Curious for chat. What do you think's going on here? Okay, we should not get a kitty out there though, right? So I think we will have to try resetting the beds again real quick. Because we got a kitty there, that probably means we'll get a golem there, and that'll be the whole like, oh, that's not where it's supposed to be. Doomy, 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 doom. Wait, did the baby kitty drop string? I thought that, baby mobs weren't supposed to drop stuff, chat. Curious. They should be happily spawning golems. I mean, they're still gonna be spawning over here, right? A doobie what a doobie. Bedrock technical. Like, this cutie should not be up here, right? They really spawned on that one corner. Which does make me think maybe it was set to this bed. 12 by 12. Nice. "11 by 11 is 99.6%. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Hmm. It was neat we saw some particles on the bed, huh, chat? One way we can stop and start a village again is by infecting a villager, right? As opposed to having to spawn one in. So let's say we just cured a villager. Do you see that bed, little bro? If not, that's cool, because that means that they still see it up there, right? And now, as long as those villagers don't move, right? That should be the center bed, yeah? This do be the theory that we're working on, chat. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Oh, the flowers must be full up, huh? I see. That do be a thing. Oh, that's not what we want, huh? And there are 22 up there, right? We just saw some particles out of that dude, which is cool. I did expect to see a few more particles out of that farmer, though. Not gonna lie. Or a fisherman, I guess. We see a kitty up there. That's cool. Let's see if we can get more particles, chat. We now have 24 beds up there, right? Hmm. Or maybe not enough yet? I guess we might be light a few on this side, huh? Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. And that's the thing, right? We don't see any particles from these dudes. But surely they linked, right? And I think we're still getting kitty spawns, yeah? Kitty! Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty spawn. So it does seem like we're going to go for an 11 by 11 platform by the end of everything. We do not seem to have reset the villagers, though, have we? Reset the beds. We saw some particles, but we are not seeing kitties or golems, are we, chat? We see a skeleton. It's not what we're looking for. Kitties. Oh, hearts. Okay, there we go. And we don't see any bed particles, right? So they definitely have linked to the beds, right? Now, I guess our main question is, were we able to create a center of the village where we wanted to by eliminating all the other beds first and then leaving that one, right? And now that we do have all these happy bed particles, right? Or happy villager making villager particles, we can get rid of the other villager, right? Because these ones are already linked to that, which is cool. Because at that point we can work on getting the other one situated, right? Without worrying about the center of the village shifting. It do be really odd not seeing any golems or kitties right now, though. And those villagers do be doing their thing, right? With gusto, chat, with gusto. With a bunch of them. Oh, did I hear a golem? I did not. Oh, egad. Nani, nani. Good sir, greetings, greetings. I'm just stopping by to say hi. Hope you have a good day. Ah, I hope you do as well. It would be going a little better, of course, if my understanding of, center of village and locking them and creating new ones was a little more successful right now. Because I fear I'm missing something from and about it. And I hope that we'll figure it out eventually. But I hope that you have a good rest of your day, of course. Or evening, as the case may be. Oh, egads, coffee. Oh, we do have a little more left. Zaza. We're probably, I mean, because the thing is, right, it's not more like thinkies about it, I fear. It's more just, waiting to see if it works right now, I guess. That doesn't make much sense, does it? But, I mean, all these are making the hearts to make the babies, right? Which means they see these beds here. Which means that this is where the village do be, like, centering, right? But we don't see the golems, chat. There's not even kitties forming, right? Which is bad, because there should be at least some kitties. Oh, kitty. Yo, look at that. On command. We just gotta keep an eye out for the golemy bits. Them iron boys, as they do be called. Because theoretically, if we manage the center of the village proper, we should not be getting any iron golems on this outer ring, which is rad. Because that means that would give us a space to build out and from and around, without having to worry about that per se. Well, not of course at this height, but down below a little more. We'd be able to go down. Because we do want to bring the ring, or the clump of beds down, of course. But in thus doing, we will, if we don't lock the center of the village, we will move the potential spawning radius to, places here where we got, you know, spots we don't want the golems to be. That kitty should not have been down there. That's unfortunate. It do be what it do be, though. There is, of course, the general, Because again, if all of these villagers are acknowledging beds, right, I don't know why you're having particle issues. That could be problematic. And yeah, more than, you know, 3/4 or more of them should be working. Even if that one could not reach their workstation. Okay. That's kind of a good sign, right? It's not just the, actual thing that we're looking for. Oh, do we see... No, okay, that's, redstone action. Nice. Oh, like, no way are there heart, little particles over there from villagers trying to make more baby villagers. That would be heinous. Oh, we don't see any golems hiding around these parts, right? Golem. Maybe we up the tick speed just to see, right? Like, this is the part that concerns me, you know? They totally see them. We totally see cats. If they see the number of beds and they know that there's more than 20. So where are the golems, chat? Where are the golems? Oh my gosh. We gotta figure it out. Kitties. Because I definitely see the 20 plus villagers. Maybe they're too busy trying to get it on that they can't get the work going? Moderation, you know, can be very helpful. But I'm very confused why it's not working, chat. Because we're getting the kitties. If we got the number of villagers, if we got the number of beds, right? Like, check, 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 go the boxes. Marked off and good to go, right? Except when we look at the actual spawning, when we look for the actual golems, there's nothing good. Nothing good for them. They're just like, okay, yeah, you know, that looks okay, I guess, but. And I'm like, but what? But what? What did we leave off? What more do you need, little golems? Please come to me. Help me, help you, you know? Oh, not like that. Weird. Like, the only thing is, are there golems hiding somewhere? Because they should be spawning. They should be spawning, chat. Maybe with the skelebones just scaring them off, right? Too much skelebone aura. Huh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Did they reset their workstations? We do be seeing angry particles sometimes, huh, chat? And if for workstations, and if that means more broke there, then that could be definitely problematic. It's cool that we saw the kitty again, though. It's been a minute. But if we don't see a golem, we'll go and break those workstations. And see how that do. Just to see if we can get a bit of a resetaroo, yeah? That's very curious. We could all throw a bed down in the little tower area and see how that do. But that should not be something that would encourage them to recognize that area right now, as far as that's concerned. Intriguing, chat, intriguing. We gotta go here and moderate this real quick. Bippity boppity boo. Noise. Consternation. A conundrum. Confusion. Sincere. Obstructed? What? Okay, what are their angry particles for, right? So we didn't see any green particles on workstations, right? We see green particles on villagers, which I think just means they're relinking to beds, right? Since they immediately get the heart particles after that. Which is unfortunate, because they should not be delinking and relinking to beds, since they're not able to move, right? Again, it would make sense if they're linking and delinking from workstations just because of the lack of golem spawning right now, right? So I think we'll try just destroying some workstations real quick, yeah? Does anyone get angry at that? Peculiar. Okay, yeah, that dude on that one, right? Yeah, they got broken. That's unfortunate. Let's try breaking all of them and see what happens, right? That one dude was not there when another villager came in and linked. I've not really done this full-on project like this before, and so this definitely be an experimentation, which I'm happy to do in creative mode, right? We'll take down a bed real quick too, because that's gonna just get, all those hearts in the way are a little cumbersome, yeah? It'd just be tedious, right? But where'd those particles go? Hello? Oh, there they are. Because there do be an order to it. And of course, we don't want to like skimp on these, right? Because these are all important librarians to us that have had training, if you will, right? We do need 23 of them too, right? Or 22? Because as long as the beds are there, the center of the village should not change, right? Because they like to prioritize beds for that center point. This should be pretty close to 3/4, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of 22. That's not quite there yet. That's pretty close, though. 2 more for a good measure. 1 more should be okay. Yeah, like that should be enough to get golems to start spawning, yeah? It does have to be for the day though, so we have to oh, we got a kitty already, nice. Oh, that just means village, right? For golems to spawn, villagers need to work. I don't know if that works or if we cheated the day until it doesn't count. That's sad we're not even getting kitties there right now, huh? Kitty, 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 kitty. That is really odd. We can throw down a few more. Like, we should be good to go on that. Which one? I'm very curious. Kitty, kitty. Should not be down there. Yo, there we go. So we've got to see, right? Did we do it right? That one kitty being down there makes me think not so much. And that's okay, you know. It's been a while since we really experimented deeply with the mechanic of locking the villager so it cannot pathfind, so that way it does not get interrupted. That way the center of the village does not break. I do feel like we're actually pretty close to finding that out here, though, which feels nice. Because again, before we jinx it, right? They've been spawning where we want them. Love to see that yet. Oh, that kitty should not be down there, though. Because the center of the village should not allow... Oh, maybe it would. No, okay, because 4 down from that should not be there, right? Which do be interesting in that regard. We've not seen them spawn up here, though, which is cool, because that's what was being a problem before. Until, you know, one thing at a time, troubleshooting. Because if we can shape this platform how we want without having to move those cuties, then we have so much freedom to do whatever we want over here, right? For the new villager run, which will be pretty cool. Like, we could go just squirrely all the way down to bedrock. Oh, the kitty should not be up there. That is Cause yeah, again, if it's got the same bounding box, right? The same 8 by 8 from the center horizontally, and then 2 positive, 4 negative y from the center of the village, then that spawning there is bad for us. That spawning there is bad for us. If not, though, chat, then huzzah. Yo, let's go. Love to see that. Perfect, perfect. If we do not get any spawns on this outer ring, we call it good, chat. Again, that kitty down there makes me a little concerned. I don't think it spawned in though, right? And might just be, from the before times. But I thought we got rid of all the kitties from the before times. Which means if it's the now times kitty, then that's not good. Like, where did this kitty come from? We'll say that was a before times kitty as well. There we go. Love to see that. Because right now the center of the village theoretically is you right there, right? That pillow right there. And as long as things do not spawn on this ring, we're good to go, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This ring should be okay. Should be. It do be a little choppy, which is unfortunate, and for that I apologize, chat. I guess we could try turning down the resolution a bit, huh? We used to do that when we were RTXing, of course, just because, our poor little video card could not handle that. We tried. Okay, rad, again, golems spawn where it needed to. I would like them to spawn a little more frequently, if that makes sense. The platform, of course, not the biggest as it should be. Cause that's 9 from the bed, right? The platform needs to be like 2 bigger than that. To get maximum spawning, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 8, right? Diva deep 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 deep. Diva deep. Undiva deem. Dooba dooba doom doom doom. Yo, you shouldn't be out here. Come on now. That is incredibly rude, little bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Intriguing, huh? Because they should not be able to get on that ring yet. Unfortunate, we should say, not intriguing. Unfortunate. Okay, you're supposed to be in there. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. And remember, making it so it's all one level will increase your spawn rates as well, since it needs to have two adjacent spots to be able to go. I don't know if there's a direction on X or Y that might be able to save you from that, right? Because there could be a directional spawning. Okay, thank you, Golem. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Perfect, perfect. Wong, 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 wong. Wom, 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 wom. Oh, I hope this doesn't mess up our water streams too much, yeah? Okay, that should be fine. Oh, that's wild. How cursed is that for water physics, chat? If we take that out, though, it should flow, right? Oh no, interesting. Huh. Okay then. What if we update the leaf block, yeah? Oh, that's cursed, chat. That is absolutely cursed. Check out what we did there. Huh. Neat. That is not normal water behavior, by the way. But since it do be thinking it's flowing to the lowest point that it can get to, it did not want to change its flow. Fascinating. We don't want to push that too much farther, of course. I wonder about this thing. I don't know why more golems aren't spawning right now, though, that's for sure. Thank you, buddy. Right on time. And so yeah, theoretically, right, we shouldn't have any golems spawning on that bit. They should all be out on this part. Nice, nice. Oh, that'd be the full 17 by 17, right? One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Oh, this is kind of 11 by 11 now, isn't it? What? No way. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, that's more to 12. One, two, three, four, five. That is 11. Okay. So the base of it right now is 11 by 11, huh? Interesting. This side is a little longer, but that is okay. If that's the case, then, theoretically 11 by 11 should be getting that 99% spawn rate, yeah? At least if the center of the bed is where we have, organized it to be. The fact that we've not gotten another whatchamacallit yet is a little problematic, for surely sure. They don't see this bed either, which is cool, right? Because if they did, they would be trying to make another villager to fill it, yeah? And we see no heart particles, which is cool. They're doing their script thing, doing the work right now. Interesting. Oh, I think we messed up our water flow a little bit, huh? Okay, that's within parameters. Again, as long as we see none spawn on this thing, we should be pretty good for this, right, chat? Theoretically. Allegedly. As some kids like to say nowadays. Okay, rad. Because, yeah, I think that means that we engineered a new center for the village. Successfully, chat. Set the bed so that way that point would be fixed. Broke the workstations to get them working like they should. Kitty spawning there, of course, is perfectly okay. Oh my gosh, we're already at 3 hours, huh? Well, okay, that's cool. I do want to say that we reset it successfully. I do also, like, oh my gosh, look at this water, chat. How cursed is that? Love to see it. But, you know, you can do all manner of things, so it's not like, it's not that, novel, right? I don't know why we're not seeing more, though. Except that maybe they're trying to spawn in this bit, you know? But that shouldn't be much of an issue. Okay, so we're saying that the center point is here, right? And so that should be easy enough. Especially since the golem seemed to be behaving along these lines, huh? Love to see that, chat. Love to see that, chat. Oh my. Curious, sir. That makes sense, though. Let's go. Yeah, so the angry particles were because there was that bit of a workstation delinking that happened from that villager roaming around. Now it seems we've got everything tamed and contained, chat. We could make it as small as this if we wanted to, right? Or out to that outer limit that we were looking at. On some edges anyway, right? Doing them on too many is a little excessive, of course. Okay, this is bad. You should not be out here. That is not right. Especially because there's a carpet there, right? So where did that dude spawn? That is very curious. Hmm. Nice. I think we might call it kind of here, chat, just because, we're just gonna be waiting to see how golems do be spawning. It seems like we do have it contained. Um, yo, that would be exciting if we did finally get the, re-centering a village down pat, right? And I feel like we did, chat. Well, except for that one golem that spawned over there. Like, are they gonna keep spawning over there? That's a little bit of a funny spot, too, in relation. Like, if the center of the village on the other side of the hole from us right there, right? The other question, is it a spherical thing? Or at least, a circular thing, like a lot of other spawning radii? Fascinating. Oh, there's a kitties. Kitties. Wow, that's been so long since we even had any golem spawn, huh, chat? That's unfortunate. Let alone spawn where we want them to, huh? What does that mean? Yikes. More spawn platform needed. Oh, that's a little spicy, huh? Okay, chat, that's looking better, huh? Heck yeah, it is. Maybe, maybe not. Mayhaps. Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry I missed that before. McCraft Mace PvP. Or Mr. Craft Mace. My apologies on that. Are you a fan of the PvP by any chance? On that TikTok side of things. That happened a bit ago though, and so for that I apologize for not acknowledging it earlier, for we should have. Go ye TikTok. I definitely need to be chatting more with y'all. Cause y'all like to pop on in. At a very, very convenient and kind frequency, that's for sure. We got like a Paige Elizabeth that just said, visited it seems. I don't know if they're still here though or not. How long ago that happened, you know? But okay, that's cool. We got a golem in there. Love to see that. That feels almost like we got 2 golems in there now, yeah? No, still just the one. But we're not seeing any out here, which is the important part, right? And again, as long as we build off this 11 by 11 thing, we should be good to go. Until that's pretty chill, chat. I think that we might want to, because, you know, from what I do know of stuff, there should be as it is, right? And good to go. But we don't know how it works if there's stuff already going on like that, right? Although we do a little bit because of how it's turned out, yeah? Which is pretty well. Oh my. Huh, indeed. Huh. It's a little more throaty than that, isn't it? Huh. 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 Or like in the front of the throat, right? Noise? Yo, you should not be here though, right? Did he spawn right there, or did he spawn somewhere else, you know? Intriguing, you know? And if it is just that side, then I don't quite understand why. But nothing new about me not understanding stuff, right? Har har har. Oh, are they all workstationed? I guess so, chat. Nice. Shoobly doobly doo. Did that spider just take fall damage? I didn't think they could. Maybe they just take reduced fall damage, yeah? Oh, I guess we're missing a little bit of corner of spawn. That's okay. That's interesting too, that an 11 by 11 does it better than a 12 by 12. Because I would expect, having that extra little overhang for the double width of spawning needed for golems would be a factor, but we don't know the exact rules on that, so. Because I'm pretty sure they didn't need two spaces to be able to spawn legally. Or maybe, they check one space and then see if the space next to it is a good one. Okay, you should not be here, right? Let's see if it is just one row, though, yeah? Because that'd be pretty convenient. Although, I mean, it would be convenient to fix, but not convenient for us to figure out why it is that one row. Yawn, 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 yawn. Not a lectern. Good, good, good. It was neat though, because it was always like in this spot directly across from this, right? Maybe we need to stop the auto shear on the left. I don't know if that's affecting cooldowns at all or not. Or, spawn attempts. It is nice how this bed's not interfering. I do wonder what would happen if we threw another one down, though. Closer to there, would they start breeding for another villager? That's our hope, of course. But if so, would it connect to this one then? Yeah, doing this in flat creative would have been better. I think we'll call the stream here for tonight, chat, and just kind of chill here. Make sure that we got this locked in. We'll report back next stream, of course, to see how well this went. And hopefully start build, on the new free roam Iron Farm Villager run, right? So that should be fun, chat. We've got pretty much the design we want, right? I don't know how big a thing we do for the top platform part. Or if we bother tying the spawn platform into more of the spiral going down, right? We'll have to plot that a little bit. But not really. Because again, as long as those beds are there, and as long as these librarians are locked and don't move, the center of the village should not change. Until we can do anything we want at that point, right? As long as we maintain that, maintain one of those beds there. We have tested it pretty successfully. We do need to make sure that we have got this dialed in for the spawning, but if we have that dialed in with this new layout, then this will be good to go, chat. And so for now, I want... Oh, nice. Love to see that, cutie. Oh, posture. Yeah. Lovely, lovely, lovely chat. Because again, we've broken all of those beds at least once, right? We've had to put a villager down here to reset it so often. And again, in survival, we will do that just by zombifying and unzombifying the villager, I think. If we need to reset them and attach them to these beds. It's wild that they remembered them still from up there, even though they weren't moving and attaching to them. I don't know how pressed we are to redo their workstations, right? We do need to get a few more librarians in there eventually. And if we're working on a grand villager relocation redesign, we might do that. There's also just keeping a lot of the stuff intact, you know? We definitely had fun exploring the different roundy things going into one another, right? But this isn't the worst, you know? Like, just rounding it off a bit shouldn't be too bad. You know, we could just work on, yeah, and making this a little circular run if we want to, huh? That'd be cool. It's neat, too, how we took these 4 out, and there's no longer any golems spawning on them, yeah? Curious for chat. Because if, you know, that indeed is the center of the village there, and then these did prevent that, that's cool. Because it would be pretty easy to make these a little more round. Rad, yeah, chat. Look how isolated they are to that specific, thing no longer on that spot. Love to see it. Still need to figure out why they're on that spot, though, because that's a little confusing. Also, I feel like stuff shouldn't be dropping so much around the hole, right? Until that's a little confusing. I wonder if it's because we're pushing water in funny ways or something? Hmm. So it should just happily drop down, you know? We can always pop some cobweb in there, I think. That might help align things if we worry about it too much, right? 'Cause, I mean, if it is dropping stuff like that, that is a little bit of a worry, right? It should not be doing that. Whoa, yeah, it just bounced on top of that, huh? Oh, because the cobweb disappeared. Okay, fair enough. Did the cobweb light on fire? Ooh, your cobweb's on fire. Oh, the water washed it away. Fair enough, fair enough. It does take them a little while to go through, doesn't it? But it makes it so they don't fall in the bed. That's cool. I think we could also probably just do that though, huh? And that should solve a good portion of it, right? Mayhaps, may yet, maybe. That seemed to solve it okay. And so yeah, we just need to put whole blocks around the drop chute. That way items can't skeet out. Skeet, 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 you know? We would love to see it with some golems, of course. I'm a little sad we've not seen many golems pop in there either. That's concerning, you know? I don't think they've gone somewhere else though, right? Oh, never mind. You shouldn't be out here, bro. How did you get out here? That's not cool. Okay, nice. So yeah, making them whole blocks seems to have helped a lot. And that's cool. What happens if they're jostling each other, right? Oh no, I think they found my other bed. That's not good, chat. Oh, that's curious. Did they really find my other bed? Hmm. Interesting. I thought that'd be far enough away, but... Well, that's cool, I guess. Hello, little golem. Do we have any more random ones jumping over here? Well, I guess we've been working on the idea of trying to spiral something over here for a minute now, huh? Or like that, anyway. I do like the idea we have of, going from, big one to little one. Again, though, how will it do in in this little section, right? Because going and just making like a little spiral like that all the way around would be pretty easy. Yo, this is not easy, though. You should not be over here. Right? Like... That is not cool. Because that would seem to imply that there's got to be a bed or something happening over here, right? That's stretching the village out. There should be no village stretch. And so yeah, sorry chat, we're just gonna be staying at this for a minute. Probably gonna get some food, come back, see how it looks. And for now, thank you so much for joining us for another exciting stream of figuring stuff out, right? We'll definitely get to make some more progress on building this back up in the realm coming up. Just because again we got the general shape, we can make sure that we can fix any spawning issues, I think. We were supposed to have fixed them this time, but yeah, something's a little off. I wish we knew what to, you know? Like, this is looking fine right now with what they're doing, yeah? Which is pretty cool. But like, how are we getting some randomly out here, right? That does not make sense to me. Unless they're wandering off from here? But again, like, how did they get all the way over here then, right? Are we missing spawning under here now? What's going on, chat? Okay, that's great. That's beautiful. That there's beautiful. It'd just be making, you know, golem, 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 right? And pretty close to being optimal 11 by 11. We'll definitely, when we get, you know, start making it, get the 11 by 11 around the center point. And then, you know, do some more stuff around it like we did. Like we do. As we do. We still... Okay, so, like, where is the one that gets over here spawning, you know? Because, like, it wanders off pretty far, chat. Which is why it's a little confounding. Confounding, compounding. Interesting. Oh man, now they're trolling me, aren't they? Trolling me with a lack of spawning. Hate to see it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yikes. They have spotted the bed. That's unfortunate. Interesting. There should be no more beds for them to notice. Which definitely has me a little curious. Because we didn't put this one back, did we? We did not. Curious for chat. Because they're still making the hearts. And they should not be unless we lost one somewhere, right? Because like 22 in there. Oh, we're 4 out on that side. Okay, that makes sense. So we might have an extra one there for surely sure, huh? We're only supposed to be 3 out on each side. But we're only 2 out on that side, I see. And only... Wait, no, 3 out, huh? That would explain it. What if we take it? Okay, that's problematic though. You should not have spawned there. It was like right here, right? Could have been any of those or any of those, right? That's problematic, chat. Again, to spawn right there, right? Very problematic. I want to see, of course, if those ones are specifically it or not, right? I don't know how he would, though. So if they're not spawning on these, right? Then it means that the center moves somehow. Which would be unfortunate. And so yeah, we'll just come back to this next time, chat. Oh, Kitty Kit, hello, hello! Greetings and salutations. I hope that you are doing well. We're about to sign out, actually, just because, or sign off for the night. Since we do be at the point of just staring, and staring, and staring, and staring. And that's not really the best content. We can stare and fly in circles, which is kind of neat, right? But even then, it's just like, yep. And we're still staring. How do you do? How do you do? How did the rest of your stream go? If that's over yet. If not, how does it go right now? Oh, egad, thank you so much for that. You're always so kind, and definitely very much love. Back and in return. Also, if you ever want to throw down on some league sometime or some such, hit me up. I can be pretty okay at explaining some stuff in that game, if that's ever a question of stuff you might have. But yeah, that's great, because that golem spawned where we wanted it to. We had so many infected villagers that we're now trying to balance out, of course. Trying to redo the villager run for them, right? That free range roaming goodness. Good, good, good. I've also been, it's great seeing you back again. But Shine definitely mentioned how stuff was getting a little overwhelming. And of course, the real life demands definitely take precedence. Well, okay, now these golems are all doing what they want to do, even though we've got these things in here for them, right? I'm so confused, chat. Cause I thought that we reset the center bed. Now it's looking like we might have, but it wasn't before. And it's raining and they're still spawning, which is cool. Because we've only got the librarians working right now. I'm so confused. Okay, you here on this corner, right? You should not be on that corner, bro. And so we gotta figure out and backwards plan where it came from this side, right? Okay, you're supposed to be up there, that's cool. Because if it was just like on the edge, then that's okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because if it's just the edge case, if this, Golem being an edge lord, if you will, then that's okay. We can kind of deal with that, right? The problem, of course, is that it does not compute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over here, right? Like, what if we put 2 blocks on this side real quick, right? The one thing, we just don't need to make it this close, right? We can just make it further away. We got the room, we got the technology, we got the spacing. We can do it, chat. But if we get golems starting to spawn on that, then we know that's a little, like, bigger than just a direct 8 count. Which would be a little unfortunate, of course. That cutie should not be here. Good, good, good. Yo, good, good, good. Exactly what's supposed to be happening. Like, if we do just need to make sure that, like, one little extra layer here is not there, that's cool. The fact that it's not spawning on here when the center point should be there is what's got me concerned, right? Because if it's spawning here, then that means that, the center point again has got to be, like, around there, right? Which is not what we're looking for. Dang, chat. I keep thinking that we can be done with this, but, like, oh, but then we see a golem spawn, we see some action, we're like, oh, wait. Did we just, did we solve it, chat? Did we solve it? And all too often that answer is not quite. Not yet. Maybe soon, though. Maybe sometime, maybe some point. Maybe some such. Cutie little golem doing cutie little golem things. Exactly what we need to see, chat. Golem me, golem thee. Golem every which way. But again, it's really odd they're not spawning here. That this little corner was the problem, right? Very curious, very curious. But now they're spawning like no problem that we took that little bit out, yeah? I'm so confused. But that's rad, chat. That means we at least got them all spawning where they need to be. If this is the footprint it needs to be in to make that happen, that's okay. The fact that we don't know exactly why that little corner is an issue is a little concerning, just because I would like to figure that out, right? Because they're not spawning on anything else around here, right? Like, what if we expand this in a little bit, yeah? We could definitely see that being the issue, being an issue then, right? They do not, though, which is pretty cool. Wow. Is it just that spot right now? That'd be wild. That'd be cool. That'd be wicked. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Right, right. Not there, not there, but there. Or now they're thinking like, oh, wait a sec. Yeah, now they're thinking all, oh, but wait a sec. What about this over here? And so, okay, if they're spawning there and there, right? I'm pretty sure that's gotta mean that's kind of like a corner somewhere of stuff, right? Or not a corner, but like not a full horizontal thing. Like it might be a little more rounded than all that. But maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it's like just not centered on the center point of the bed, but centered on like the edge of the bed, right? Because if it's centered on like this edge and that edge of the thing, right? Then up to 9 on that and up to 9 on that would be, on those sides would be in bounds, if you will. But if it goes up to that and not at that, right? Then it would be at that 8. If that makes sense, right? Like, does it go up to the line or does it stop at the line, right? Does it fill the line or does it like stop before the line? Because it is kind of that specific, right? As we can see, chat. It is indeed that specific. Yo, there we go. Like, right? Oh, I mean, we already knew that was gonna happen, but like, do we see anything here? Do we see anything here? Here, here, here. Here, here, chat. If not, then I have no idea about the spacing of things. But at least I know that we can control what needs to be controlled for the time being, and that's all that matters. It doesn't, though. What is this? What are you doing over here? You should not be over there, little bro. Okay, so that's unfortunate. That does feel like we need to go with the idea that the middle point can move then, huh? Even though the villagers are not moving. Which is strange, because that goes against what we thought we knew about linking center of village and points of interest. Dang. And that's okay. Trying to expand knowledge is always good, right? Understanding, mechanics, functions. Seeing if what we know is actually how it goes. Or if it was a misconception that we had. As our brain likes to often justify or explain things in ways that we're familiar with. Well, now we're not even seeing any other like, I don't know what's going on. We keep getting punished for spawning in. Do you want to farm us or not? I do, but like, in the properly designated farming areas, They're farming and zones made for farming and non-farming, right? And we hope that there's a little bit of a, respecting of that, if you will. Well, we don't necessarily like, arbitrary boundaries and borders per se. This is not an arbitrary one. This is very much for the form and function to meet in a nice, medley. A respectful, pairing of one and the other. The rain do be a little much, though, of course, as always. Yo, look at them little villagers being all like, let's make some more villagers. Let's get the villagers going as they need to. You should not be here, no. Oh, oh. Unfortunate, chat. And so, yeah, it just need to be one more, right? We can do that. Because as long as it's not, like, directly from these, right? That's only going to be, like, 6 away, right? 5 away. Then we're going to be good to go. If it do be, like, on the extra edge of stuff, then that'd be okay, too, right? Now that we're not seeing it on these sides, seems pretty okay. We definitely needed to get up and stretch more. Oh, look at that golem go. Is that 2 of them? Indubitably a doobie-tubie? Noise. Yo, okay, so it seems like maybe just one more on the south. Oh, you get. Or on the east and north side need to be cleared, huh? And that's cool. I would expect to see some on that corner though, if what we're assuming of that is right. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And then we've gotten a lot to spawn up there, which is rad, right? But we do want to figure out if is this the issue? Is this the problem? Was it like one more on each side the other way? And then can we close this up this way, one more block on each side, right? Just to get that full 17 by 17, if you will. Could this be confusing, chat? Because it would mean that the bed center did move from where we thought it would be, but that it has stayed in place now that we have, you know, the workstation's beds all lined up together, right? I don't know if we need to keep this random azalea here either. I just thought it was so funny that randomly an azalea was, where we thought a sheep was. I don't know what that's about. Yo, this is what we want to see. We also want to see them spawn on that corner, really. That would make us feel better about proving, you know, that we figured something out, but this is not what we wanted to see, right? We'll try taking this out real quick, though, and see what happens. That's unfortunate. If they start spawning here, then we know that, you know, something else is up. That it might just be that, you know, it might have moved just over one. But, like, if it did move one, how did it move one? We didn't see it move one. We didn't see any particles going right. The lack of particles is what kind of has me confused about it. Neat, neat, neat. Except why are they not spawning on this corner, right? We'll figure it out, chat. For now, we have spent almost an hour now trying to figure this out. After we said we are gonna like be good with it. Cause just waiting and watching and waiting and watching, right? If there's anything y'all want to talk about in the meanwhile, we can totally do that. If we see a couple more spawn not where we don't want them, we'll call it good, chat. I don't know what we're gonna do about this thing though, right? Or about that thing. Or about the thing over there, right? Because that will have to be like the outer lip of it, right? Unless we work on trying to make it so that way it's non-spawnable blocks together, At least for the 4 down below underneath and that y-axis. Sorry. I have only one. Waiting for another one, right? We said the next 2. Okay, there's another one. Nice. Because, the only thing we can do is, like, go down a number of villagers and start destroying some beds, right? Of course, they should not have been able to link to another bed, not being able to move. And so I wonder if it's, like, bringing the initial villager that we want to link to a bed over here, then carting it away? If that'll help it, like, do better. The other problem is that because we can, we can do as much of a reset on things as we want, right? And hopefully not lose too many librarians that we have. By, taking out all the beds, bringing one over, moving the other's way, getting that all linked up, right? Okay, that's cool. This is what we expected here. Taking that out, we should now be good-ish. That's why that was there, I see. Keep the water at bay, huh? Well, cool beans, chat. I was hoping we'd be able to replace a little bit around here and, do a little more tailoring, but just make it safe enough so that way golems don't spawn on stuff here seems pretty chill. Again, it's only going to be 2 to places where the platform does not extend to, right? So we do always have the potential to, like, do some stuff out here as long as it stays under the platform, right? And that'll be pretty cool. So keeping that in mind, we have definitely opened up a little bit, We'd like to open up a little more design-wise, but there's only so much we can do, right? And so for now, chat, thank you so much for joining us for another exciting stream from Amsterdam. Love to see that there, right? But for now, take care, much love, and peace.